Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast, the show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live. Comic Book Corner.
Good morning. Habari Live with the dip to the lean in the house. This week we don't have a guest. We just gonna go over some news, you know what I'm saying? Everything all good?
Man, that was perfect, boy. Y'all stop playing with me.
Man.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, yeah. Hey, hit me up. Y'all need a new producer. Stop playing with me. Oh my goodness. My hands is all buttons, clicking them all hard. Woo, that was
I'm gonna look at this and it's gonna be straight trash.
Right.
all right. Go. It's because you was talking in it.
That was Iesha. I was like, hey,
Comic Book Corner. We're not even there yet.
Yeah, I fucked that up. But anyway, good morning, man. This week, man, we're gonna go over some news highlights. You know, the same old stuff as we go over this week's news. How you doing this week, Iesha?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm Iceberg Slim.
Y'all live together. Why y'all? No, I was lying. Sorry. Bad
But the
jokes.
people don't know that how we're doing, so we're letting them know.
We good, peoples. We good.
Goodness, this dude.
I got a date. Friday night at 8.
Yeah. We're happy for you too, man.
Thank you. She a little cutie too.
Celebration.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
But we're gonna go over this week's news. We got R. Kelly receiving 30 years. We got the Happy Meal couple fighting over Happy Meals.
Oh my God.
We got more news in coming. You know what I mean? But first and foremost, man, let's talk about a couple things here. I don't have my damn thing. You got your notes? We've been sitting here chilling the whole time, and I ain't got nothing.
Super chilling.
Hey, Jimmy,
grab the tablet.
bring my tablet for me. Gotcha. Yeah, man. So it's been a pretty crazy week in the news. You know what I mean? Trying to keep everything straight. You know, it's hard nowadays with everything coming so fast and quick. We try to keep you informed. This dude here, man. But give me 1 second here, peoples, while we log in here. We can get some to this. Oh crap! Is this a different one? He grabbed me the wrong. What's the code on this, man?
Okay.
Yeah. So womp womp on my part. I don't know the codes to nothing. I'm bad at everything. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it going over here. You know what I mean? We got R. Kelly receiving 30 years in prison. His trial has ended. They have sentenced him to 30 years. He's the jail has been saying that he's going through some depression and he was suicidal. He has been fighting back on that. I think he's suing them, in fact, because they are saying that he was suicidal, and he was saying he is not. So I think he's trying to sue the prison for putting that out there. But you know, the R. Kelly case has been a big deal for a while. You know what I mean? We knew that he was going to get hit with the book. Just the amount of people and the circumstances behind the case. You know, we see a lot of people saying, "Hey, why did R. Kelly get this much time?" And Grizel, what was it?
Maxwell.
Maxwell, I believe. Yeah, that's it. Why did she get 20? You know, I don't even want to explain those things to those type people. You know what I mean, if you're not in the courtroom and you don't know all the circumstances behind the case, all the intricacies of the case,
The details.
you can't really argue who should have got more time if you
Right.
don't know everything that was within that case. She could have just been a person that was going along and with her husband could have been the ringleader. We don't know for sure what was going on in that situation. I'm not even trying to guess. I don't guess. I don't even. I just don't care. You know what I mean? They both got a
And who's
long
to say
time.
she wouldn't have gotten more time had Jeffrey Epstein still been alive to stand trial and more evidence could have came out.
Hey, who knows? Only thing I know is they both got time. They both got found guilty. You know what I mean? It's different trials, different courts, different judges. You know what I mean? You can't put the same situation, a different case, and be like, hey, why they get more? It was a different judge. It was a different uh jury. It was a different trial. You know what I mean? You can't just look at two cases and say, "Oh, what happened?" It's two different cases, two different circumstances. So it's tough to do that, and that's why I don't even do it because it's a waste of time. A lot of people get 15 years for murder, and I think that's ridiculous. When they 15 years for murder is ridiculous. You take someone's life, you should get life. You know what I mean? Now, that's what I think. That's one of the ones I do think about. But him getting 30 years, man. That's what they felt. I think he had a woman judge too. I pretty much think he was gonna be done in this situation.
Yeah.
They're not trying to hear that nowadays, man. The stuff that people are on. So the R&B singer was sentenced on Wednesday, June 29th to 30 years in prison following the multi-platinum R&B singer's conviction for exploiting his stardom and wealth over decades to lure women and underage girls into his orbit for sex. The sentence was imposed 9 months after Kelly, 55, was convicted of racketeering and sex crimes in a trial that amplified accusations that had dragged the singer of the Grammy-winning hit "I Believe I Can Fly" for 2 decades. U.S. District Judge Ann Donnelly in Brooklyn Federal Court said the evidence reflected Kelly's indifference to human suffering and sheer brutality towards his victims. This case is not about sex, it's about violence and cruelty and control. Donnelly told Kelly, "You left in your wake a trail of broken lives." Kelly's full name, who is Robert Sylvester Kelly, is among the most prominent people convicted of sexual misbehavior during the Me Too movement. Against such conduct by prominent men, he did not speak during Wednesday's hearing, but has repeatedly denied sexual abuse accusations. After the sentence was read, his lawyer, Jennifer Bonjean, told reporters Kelly was devastated by the sentence, but that he would appeal.
So
30 years in prison is a life sentence for him, Bonjean said, which it is. I mean, that's 80 years old, he definitely be done.
so why can't we do lie detector tests?
They're not admissible in court.
Because they're
Oh.
not foolproof.
Oh, okay.
They're not foolproof, man. They can't say for sure 100%. It's all guessing. It's a guesstimation.
But at the same time, they also used that Lifetime documentary as part of the case, didn't they?
I don't know. I didn't watch it, babe. I don't know the evidence or the witnesses that was brought forward, but I know that it was a lot of different girls that came up. So you know what I mean. I don't know exactly who they brought to trial and what evidence was brought forth, but I do know that he got 30, and that's what the judge saw. And it's hard for me to be like, oh, she's wrong or right, or I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I didn't examine all the evidence and look forward to it all. But if I did, and I came to the same conclusion that she did, what can you really do? You know what I mean? You gotta really you do gotta pay, man. I understand he's a star. He made some great music. You know what I'm saying? He was a great influence musician wise, music wise for a lot of people. But you can't do these type things in your personal life just because you're making great music.
He wrote a lot of like a lot of, you know what I'm saying? He wrote music for Michael Jackson.
He wrote a lot of music.
Yeah, he wrote You're Not Alone.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote that.
The guy was talented, man. Having talent doesn't mean that you can't make
Do
mistakes,
whatever,
though.
right. You can't do whatever you want
That's
just
real.
because you're talented.
Just because you're talented. And they saying, just like a person in power, if a president, Bill Clinton did this shit to Monica Lewinsky, he was on trial. They put him on trial. They did everything. They tried to get that man put in jail. They tried to get him removed from office, impeached over some head because he was in power. And they don't play with that stuff. You know, you in power, and they feel as though you're using your power or your talent or your celebrity to lure people in. It's tough, man. Just get one woman and stay with a dude. Holy shit. I
What you
mean,
looking at me for? No,
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying, man.
that
When you're
opens up
young, man,
to me. That just opens the door to say, if you know, all, for people who do have that kind of money, like R. Kelly and men wise
Mhm.
that are that prominent,
It's tough, man.
that just goes to show or say that they can't date ever, because at any point in their life or career, any one of those women that they've dated could come back with a whole totally different story
Well,
and get them put in jail.
the
So that just
no, man, you gotta have some proof. You gotta be able to prove it. You can't just come up with a story and just be like, you gotta prove it.
I feel like if a dude,
It had to be some proof behind this. It can't just be somebody just coming up and just spewing some stories. You know what I mean? With these 24 cases with your boy Deshaun Watson, none of those cases were taken to
and how
criminal
many of
court.
those girls or women place themselves in situations
Well, they were massage therapists,
to be
so they was already in a situation because they are alone with this guy. So they're already in situations.
I'm talking
just because
about
they, you know what I mean?
how many of
That's
these women actually had feelings or wanted to date or had a crush
we
on
don't
these
know.
people,
We don't know
and
this. We don't
and
know.
then things didn't go their way, and now
That happened.
they're
Nobody's
now
saying
they're
that.
after the money.
Nobody's saying that shit doesn't happen. We all know things like this happen, but you know, us as men have to be careful. It's that's the way it is. It's crazy, but especially when you're rich, I'm hoping that people are telling these kids. You know what I mean? He put himself. I don't know what he was doing or if Deshaun Watson was doing this shit for real. I don't know, but I did know that it wasn't enough to bring to criminal court because they couldn't prove enough, so they couldn't put a criminal case on him. But now they're trying to sue him.
But have you noticed that it's all of the cases are mostly cases for men, right?
Yeah, most sexual. Yeah, it's most sexual cases are men.
Why don't men report sexual harassment when women sexually harass them and get them put in jail just like that? Just like the way they do
because
when
I feel like most richer guys, take it as a compliment.
women are just
Yeah.
it just goes to show how
I get girls
sensitive
type thing.
some women can be
I mean, but you
about
can't.
situations.
I mean, you can say that, man. I can't because you know what I'm saying. It's just a blanket statement. You can't say some. I guess some. You know, you
But I
just
feel
can't.
like guys are more rowdy and rambunctious too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like for guys, it's more. Man,
Yeah.
look at me, bro. You see all these females, you know what I'm saying, chanting my name.
Right, but let me tell you a case where a girl she had texted a guy like 100,000 times.
The one case where she ended up
She was
telling him to
texting
kill
him,
him
and
or kill himself, and he did it.
no, she was just texting him all the time, and he took it to the police. The girl had texted him like, man, it was a lot. You know, it happens to men too. It doesn't happen as often, but it does happen. So men gets put in
Plus, there was,
situations.
like I used to say, there was that one time where that girl, she was like, kill yourself, and he actually did it.
Yeah, that was a tough case too, man. Because
And
I
she
don't
didn't
know.
get very long.
Well, you can't. What you gonna give her? Life?
That 15 years.
You can't. Nah, I don't even think they gave her that. I think they gave her probation, a couple, like something like that, a couple years. She ain't gonna get much. He the one that did it. She didn't do it.
She encouraged him to
she
do
just
it.
influenced. She was a bad influence on him, on his mind. That's what they, convicted her. But regardless, man, you know what I mean? You can't, when you're in this power, man, and you're a celebrity, you have more responsibility,
I
unfortunately.
hate to say it, but like I think about Michael Jackson a lot when y'all talk. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the allegations and whatnot.
Yeah, it happened to Mike too.
And me personally, I don't think he did it. That's just me.
Right.
But you know what I mean?
Michael
It's
Jackson, Bill
Man,
Cosby,
it's a many. The
R.
list
Kelly.
the list is very long. Very
and
long.
they're mostly black men.
There's some white men in there too. There's
whatever
all-
you
Harvey
count Michael Jackson.
Weinstein
right, Harvey Weinstein. We have, dude.
and Jeffrey Epstein.
Right.
Those are the only two white men out of all of the
Nah,
out
man,
of all
that's
of the
true.
most
That's not
recent
true.
cases over the last
That's not
since
true.
Me Too started.
What's dude name? Kevin Spacey. There's more. There's a lot of people who've been dismissed for real, and if they didn't get cases by the police, they were at least forgotten about. We ain't gonna never see nothing from Kevin Spacey again. And he had a case against him too. I don't know if he was found guilty or not. I don't remember. Say what?
Man, I don't know. I just think with Michael Jackson wise, I don't know. I mean, he was kind of, you know what I mean?
Well,
He
Mike,
did have a messed up childhood, you know what I mean?
I
But at the same time, I don't think he, you know what I'm saying, he was like that.
Dude, I don't even try to guess, bro.
Because
I mean,
I mean, from what I hear, he was around females like since he was younger. Cause like he would have Jermaine and all of them would bring groupies in.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I don't even want to think about. I don't even think about that shit, bro. Because you know what I'm saying. It's like nobody ever proved anything.
You
A
heard
couple
about
people
Odu?
said a couple things, but most of the people who did come out, who they came out after he died.
Wasn't it the same two people? I thought it was
Yeah,
the same. Yeah, it was
but
only two people.
they couldn't really prove anything either. So it's tough, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they really did only come out after he died.
Right.
And I think they even checked his genitalia and all that, and they found nothing.
Man, a lot of people think he did, but I never. He was never proven. So I can't just say, oh, I know he did it. I don't know, man.
I'm not naming no names, but there is somebody I do work with.
Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, I listen, Michael Jackson, and she goes, oh, molester.
Yeah,
Like, what do
that's
you
how
mean?
people are, man.
I don't know.
They want to
It's
believe.
like
They want to believe.
it's like you sometimes you know what I mean? You got to separate the art from the artist.
Yeah,
know what I
you
mean?
definitely do. Like a lot of people was bringing up Elvis Presley when this came up because he married a 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Lee Lewis, I think he married a 15-year-old back then. Also, hey man, you know what I mean? These are different times.
What
What's up,
was her
Nico?
name? Paisley Presley?
Yeah, Presley. I've not.
Paisley?
I won't.
I
don't
think
know.
that's what her name was,
I don't know.
Paisley. She was only like 15,
14 to
16
15. They were
when they got
cousins or
married.
some shit, something weird like that.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Different times, different. I don't know, bro. Oh, you talking about the key to the front?
Well,
Jimmy can't catch.
You can't throw. Different times, you know what I'm saying? Different situations, man. But you know what I mean? People didn't think of things like we think of things nowadays. We don't forgive people for anything. You do something, you're done for life. That's how we are nowadays. Now, back then, I guess they forgave him. I don't know. Different time, man. But
Entertainment news.
let's get into some more news, man.
And now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Dipling Ellison. Sponsored by
No one. But anyway, what's up? So I got to talk about this the increase of clinics in having abortion patients coming in. Minnesota is one of the first places that I've read about that's trying to brace for the influx of abortion patients that's going to be coming from different states to Minnesota because they're surrounded by states that have extreme abortion laws. South Dakota, a couple more of them stupid states. Ohio, I believe.
Yep, Ohio, I think, was one of them.
So people are going to be coming to Illinois, Minnesota,
Indiana.
They'll be going to Indiana has some stupid laws too. They're very ignorant. But South Dakota is definitely one of them, and they'll be coming to try to get abortions. And they think they're going to see 10 to 25% more people coming seeking abortions. And this was Sarah Stokes, the regional CEO of Planned Parenthood, said that she was going to that the city was that Planned Parenthood is planning to see an increase of that much. So it's going to put some pressure on Planned Parenthoods throughout the country to try to get these done for all the people that's going to be coming in from other places. And the volume, it's going to slow it down. So it's going to be even tougher to get one because of the less places to go. Then people got to travel, and just how tough it's going to be for this people. So we don't know how well they're going to be able to handle this volume coming in, this influx. So Minnesota, like I said, is surrounded by states with some level of abortion restrictions, including South Dakota, which has an outright ban on abortion with very limited exceptions, according to the Guttmeyer Institute of nonprofit that tracks abortion policy and supports abortion access. So, hey man, it's gonna be tough, man. I really this is scary times. You know what I mean? Because I mean, we never seen anything in our lifetime. We never seen this. So how it's going to be to not have access to this for women, and we don't know what the repercussions are going to be for us. But you know what I mean?
I
We,
can
we
tell
all
you,
for we all for that. We all for it. You know what
the
I'm saying?
repercussions is going to be there are going to be some women who die because they cannot get a medical procedure that they need. The women who have to go through ectopic pregnancies.
Mm-hmm.
The women who have to carry a fetus to term that's not viable in life.
Yep, yeah. It's
I
bullshit,
do support abortion because it's like there are some women who do get raped and get pregnant by, you know what I'm saying,
man.
Exactly.
by that
Yeah,
person.
yeah, man. I mean,
The trauma that would come behind
it's
that
not our
that
business. That's
rape.
how I look at it. You know, it's up to them. Even when you
Dude,
you make a baby,
wasn't it a lot of like males up there too that was like no abortion?
it's mostly males putting the rules in. You know, so that's how it is.
But just this morning, um, I forget what site it was, but it was an article that a 10-year-old girl in Ohio cannot get an abortion in Ohio. So she has to cross state lines to go to Indiana to get the abortion
I thought Indiana had.
at 10 years old.
Wow.
10.
Yeah, man. They want to make people have babies like that when you got creeps messing with 10-year-olds.
When little girls can get their periods when they between ages 8 and 18.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's not like the population of America is going down. We're still one of the
Most populated state countries.
we're still I mean, we're not growing at the rate that we used to, but we're still growing. A lot of countries have started seeing negative populations.
Mhm.
A lot of them. I
You
know
wanna-
that's I mean, most places aren't having babies like this anymore. I don't know what they're trying to push for to keep us to have babies like third world countries. I don't get it. I don't understand. But you
We're
know what I
gonna get
mean?
overpopulated.
Nobody wants to have 9, 10 babies anymore, man.
Exactly.
I mean, our grandmothers did it. Our great grandmothers, they did it. They had 9, 10. You got 10 uncles. You know what I mean?
All right.
You know
There
that's
go
not
family
the
tree.
norm anymore. Nobody can afford it, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take a quick commercial. We'll be right back.
Habari Entertainment Films present There's Only One Name for News with Damon and Iesha. Habari Live Podcast. Habari Entertainment. A race against time. On a quest for glory. Habari News Weekly, HabariEntertainment.com. Catch us for more. Visit us, HabariEntertainment.com.
Nico's going
Welcome back. So yeah, we wanted to move on to the next discussion. We got a family
Blech.
in
Entertainment news.
Ohio. They're gonna sue the school board over the critical race theory ban. 4 families are suing the Ohio school board to challenge a ban on race-based education and staff training in the latest court battle over attempts to suppress anti-racism education in American classrooms. The Forest Hills School District Board of Education east of Cincinnati passed a resolution in June prohibiting teachers of teaching critical race theory, anti-racism, identity, and intersectionality to promote what is called a culture of kindness. The complaint in Ohio District Court Wednesday alleges that the resolution exposes racial prejudice within the school system and censors the perspective of marginalized community. 6 minors and 7 adults are listed as plaintiffs, which includes current students and their parents, one of whom was a teacher in the school district. Oh man, it is certainly is not about a culture of kindness, but rather promotes hatred, racism, and discrimination on the basis of race, identity, and gender, and silences voices in opposition to racism and discrimination, further endangering and diminishing already disenfranchised and vulnerable voices within the school district. The complaint reads. This is ridiculous, man. These people want us living in the 50s, dog. A culture of kindness. So then we don't want people to learn about racism.
That goes back to
Man,
that
dude, I just
commercial.
can't stand these people, dog.
You remember that one commercial? I think it was a couple of years ago, where everybody in all the kids in the commercial got that participation trophy.
Man.
That's what they're going towards. Oh, everybody participated. You all did a good job, whether or not you won or lost.
What? I don't understand.
It's kind. It's sportsmanship.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about critical race theory here. They're trying to block critical race theory in schools. They don't want people to, even though nobody teaches critical race theory, they trying to really just use this as a way to not even talk about slavery. Let's not talk about how we had to use black water fountains and white water fountains. Let's not talk about none of that shit. Let's hide it.
Yep.
Let's sweep it under the rug because we feel bad.
But if you
And we don't want to read about it because people are hating us. They hate us.
No, if they come out, but if the
Fucking
kids,
idiots,
you know what I'm saying,
dog.
get older and go out and like experience racism without learning about it, then what?
I don't know. We're ignorant, dude. Do the Jews not learn about the Nazis?
Right.
I mean, dog, we're so fucking dumb. But these same people are the people who want to keep up statues of motherfuckers who was in the Confederate Army killing people to keep slavery.
Mm-hmm.
But they telling you, oh, we can keep these statues, but we don't want our kids to learn about it in fucking school.
Right.
What's the difference?
It's history, right?
You talking about history is so great.
Stop erasing history.
Don't want a history erased, but then you go to the schools and erase it. These are the biggest hypocrites, doc. I can't stand these people. They abortion, protect the kids. Kids get shot up. Oh, that's part of freedom. Like you people are crazy, and your goalposts move all the time.
Every time.
All the time. Whatever your situation is, your goalposts move. Oh, we need our history. You're right. Then critical race. Oh, get rid of that. We don't need ban it. Oh, bans don't work. Talk about anything else. Oh, we need to ban some guns. Bans don't work. It don't work. So why are we banning critical race theory?
Why are we banning
abortion? Why are we banning everything that y'all want to ban? It's okay to ban what the Christians want to ban, but anybody else, we don't want to hear that.
Bans don't work.
Dude, I can't stand these people, dude. They are so fucking ridiculous, man. This critical race theory shit is just the dumbest shit that I've ever heard of. We don't want kids to learn about the history of this racist ass country. Oh man, it's ridiculous, dude. It really makes you, man. It's just sad, man. It's sad.
Let's go to Germany.
Man, Germany, you think you can fly? You fly a Nazi flag, you going to jail so fast? These motherfuckers go to NASCAR and fly Confederate flags everywhere. But then gonna tell you we need to hide that history. What is the Confederate flag?
I saw it everywhere.
You don't even want to put it up. NASCAR asks you to put it up, and you won't do it.
They fly doubles of them.
The biggest flag they can find. But then gonna tell us we can't learn about critical race theory. Bro, man, dude.
I saw it everywhere in Arkansas.
I know you did, because that's what they do down in the racist motherfuckers. That's why I cannot live in the South, dude. I can't take it. I can't take the blatant racism in my face. You gotta hide it from me, because I would lose it. I can't take it,
Anna,
man.
Illinois?
I don't know. I just can't take it, man. Motherfuckers riding around. Hey, man, we gonna be fighting in Illinois. I'm busting you. We bust motherfuckers in the head like that. That's what we did. I'm sorry. We can't take it. Can't take it. We gonna riot. Riot. Let's go. Sorry. You're not finna be racist to us, bro. That's one thing racism is one thing I'm down to die for. And I'm go to my grave right now fighting it because I hate it that much. I can't stand it, dude. It's so ignorant. Keep these statues up. Let's keep up Confederate flags. But critical race theory, please erase that.
And don't change the names of the schools. Don't do that.
They're mad anytime the Confederate flag or some KKK member was removed in Tempe.
Yeah,
and
they was pissed
mad.
that they did that.
They're mad. But you don't want racism taught in schools. But the school can be named after a racist?
Right.
Like, you motherfuckers are crazy. Y'all have lost your mind. For real, it's not about caring about people. It's just you guys being right and sticking it to the liberals. That's all it's about for you. Being racist and sticking it to the liberals. You don't care if it's black liberals, gay liberals, transgender, whatever liberal you can stick it to, let's stick it to them. Yep. We want them to suffer. And that's what we got people in the country that's thinking like that. Well, how can we make the liberals mad and what can we take away from them? So now they're going after gay marriage. They're going to go after anything they can think of that liberals have celebrated over the last 15, 20 years. They're going to go after that.
Yeah.
Because they got some power in the courts. Biden better switch it up, man. We better pack the courts with more liberals while we got the chance. Change the rules, put in more people in the court. Got to cheat like these motherfuckers do. That's what Republicans do. They cheat. We got to stop playing. Why the Democrats always playing by the rules and doing stupid shit? Why these motherfuckers
fucked
cheat?
Over in the ass.
They cheat. Mitch McConnell, they cheat. They block you from doing. They don't do the norm. They don't care about history. They don't care. Oh, President Obama, you ain't getting your pick. Fuck that.
Even though every president before him and after him has had a pick.
We don't care. Well, we gonna let Trump have his pick. Well, we couldn't do anything to stop it. That's why. Because we didn't have enough power. We could have, but they probably wouldn't have did it anyway. Because Democrats so fucking stupid sometimes. Being nice, be dicks like them, because that's what they are, dude. They don't care at all. They just want it their way. They don't care. You don't have to get an abortion if you don't want one, but they don't want you to get one. Like, what kind of people is this?
Right.
I don't want you to get one, but guns, you can have one. Kill everybody you want to. That's okay.
America,
because I feel safer when I have my gun, and that's all it's about. 100% fear.
We went from America to America.
America. I can't stand them, bro. Anyway, what you got today?
Today, in the world of news, we're going to go ahead and discuss Arizona. This week, the courts ruled in Arizona that
entertainment news.
Arizona state prison system violated prisoners' basic rights. In a 200-page ruling issued on Thursday, the federal court said medical care, mental health care, and solitary confinement conditions in the Arizona state prison system violate the Constitution. They are violating the prisoners' Eighth Amendment rights. To those that don't know what the Eighth Amendment is, that's the
right to sanitary conditions
without cruelty and unusual punishment, right? This fight has been going on for about a decade now. And it is said that the original class action lawsuit was filed back in March of 2012, which focused on more than a dozen inmates who detailed problems with medical, mental, and dental health care. Like some inmates were not getting treatment at all, or they weren't getting treatment within a timely manner. So the court ruled that ADCRR, which is Arizona Department of Corrections Rehabilitation and Reentry System, it said that they failure to provide timely access to health care, emergency treatment. They even failed to provide inmates with access to necessary medications that they needed for things like the judge even found that the Arizona prison system caused preventable deaths, such as inmates who had cancer. That was preventable. So they didn't get the treatment or the chemo or whatever they needed for that ailment and died.
It's scary, man, because so much of the country is in prison.
So much of it.
And you know, only thing we want to do is lock everybody up. You know, the drug war has put everybody in fucking jail.
They also failed to provide suicidal and self-harming prisoners with basic mental health care.
But the thing is, I'm gonna say this though. We don't provide health care for fucking citizens.
Mm-hmm.
For you and I. We don't got health care. What the fuck you think they gonna do for them? Me and you don't have health care unless we got a job and have some money.
Yep.
You think, man, you can't get nothing in this country, man.
At all.
When we decided to connect our health
But
care
you sure can get a gun though.
with capitalism, that was the worst decision we ever made.
Mhm.
Healthcare and oil should be commodities that our government should be running. I don't care what nobody say. We should not let companies be able to say, hey, let's raise the prices to $10 for something that we all need to get around.
Right.
We need to live, and we got companies charging $15,000 for insulin.
Don't they? What's the saying? Money's the root of all evil.
It's the root.
Yeah.
And that's why everything can't be connected to money and making money. Making money off your health is ridiculous. Living or dying off people's health is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And you know they're not going to give these prisoners shit, man. They don't give a fuck about them. And there's a lot of people who don't care. Oh, you shouldn't have committed crime, criminal. You know, that's how they are, man. They don't care.
They don't at all, because in a report released last year by the Arizona Auditor General, found most inmates in the State Department of Corrections were not able to enroll in substance abuse or cognitive reconstructing
We can't get
programs.
I can't get that shit unless I'm rich. You think
Right.
they're going to give it to them?
So the inmates come in, and these people are being jailed because they are addicts.
They got mental issues. They got addictions.
And then they go into the system and they're just fucked.
Right. And then that's why people return to jail.
The recidivism rate is so high.
That's all it is about. That's all they
How
do.
can we continue to have this continuous loop of prisoners day in, day out?
We don't
day
want
in,
to
day
look
out.
at other countries and say, hey, let's implement this for us. Number one, our prison system should be under one system, government system, and everybody should have the same
It
rules.
should not be
in every
privatized.
state.
And that's been a fight in Arizona, is trying to get the prison system here deprivatized.
Because you got people making money off this shit, and then they're gonna look at their profits.
Right.
They're like, oh man, we ain't gonna make no money. Fuck it. He can't get no cancer research done on him. He ain't going to the hospital. We ain't make no money last week.
And then they only want to pay the prisoners pennies on the dollar.
Oh, they've been doing that forever. You know, this prison system has been a slave system in America since the beginning. That's what it was established in. And we haven't done anything to change it. What I'm saying, we have countries that people are going to jail and they're never coming back because they're doing such a good job of making sure these people are doing something better with their lives and learning something while they're in the system. You just putting people in holes and closing the door and not giving them any help. They got all type issues,
not giving them any the lack of even recreation for them to go outside and get daylight in Arizona.
And we already had Tent City, and that was shut down because that was inhumane. Arizona is just, it's a Republican state, backwards ass state, and we're trying to get it to the 21st century by the influx of people. Hopefully, we can change this place, man.
I think that he's killing some of these people's brain cells.
Man, dog, it's just a lot of Republicans out here, man. And that, the Republicans just don't care about people, dude.
They really don't.
They don't care. Their mission is they don't care about the prisons. They don't care about homeless. They don't care about none of this stuff.
And Governor Ducey ain't said one word.
Let me just tell you, I'm actually agreeing with what you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
That got me off my feet. Because it's very weird that in a country like this, one of the top country in the world, we have prisons and oil companies running. Like, where in the world do we have prisons being run by companies?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
America.
These are state-run facilities.
That's like
if you look, even in my country, even the oil, yes, we have private companies, but we have 50% stake. We have the government.
The government should have a stake in this.
Yeah. And it has gas stations that are owned by the government. When the fuels, the other companies raise the fuel.
Government keeps it the same.
The gas prices are actually kept the same by the government.
Right.
So everyone floods to the government stations.
Right.
And the other guys have to bring it down.
They have to bring it down because they're not getting any business.
Same to prisons. The moment you privatize prisons, that means so many people will be arrested for nothing.
For nothing.
Because
and that's what's going on.
There'll be you'll have this pressure coming from from the prisons.
I need this place filled.
To tell the police it will fund maybe the cities
Mhm.
and the different police departments
Right.
to make sure they arrest people,
Right.
and they'll influence the way you make the rules,
Hey,
like everything.
that is a big problem throughout this country. We got little cities like little shitty Maryville, Illinois, where they got their speed limit 25 miles per hour through the whole city because their whole system is set up to pull you over and get tickets where they can pay for their shit. And that's all their system is based off of. Their money is based off pulling you over, fucking with people, and giving out tickets. So you got to give out a certain amount of tickets every week. You got to arrest a certain amount of people.
Your
How
quota.
how the fuck you gonna give somebody a quota and tell somebody they got what kind of shit is that? So you going around fucking with people. Oh, what are you doing? Just for you can fill your quota. You know what I mean? Dude, like I said, man, we have money connected to the wrong things. When the money is connected to capital punishment, we got problems. When they're trying to make sure the judge have money, make sure the lawyers and the defense attorneys have money. You know, it's a whole system of people putting money in their pocket off of people going to jail.
Yeah.
And it's usually people that look like us, unfortunately.
What I'm hoping is after all that is going on right now, the government will sit down and think, maybe we need to take control of part of these institutions that are actually controlling the way everything is happening.
I do give it to Texas. Texas is one of the places that has reworked and redone their prison system and to try to help to keep people from coming back because they've been overwhelmed with prisoners. So they tried to figure out a way to stop the recidivism and try to get less people to come back to fucking prison. So,
well, not Arizona.
Arizona is not doing shit. They, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for fucking weed getting passed, we'll still be going to jail for seeds of weed, and it's a felony.
Right now?
No, we didn't pass that law.
Oh,
to make it legal. People wanted to keep it the way it was, a seed, and your life is done. You know, we just got crazy laws. We're gonna put everybody in jail for dumb shit. Let's focus on the killers, shooters, gun people. That's what we need to be focusing on. You got a legal gun, you have illegal guns, you killing people. That's the shit that needs to be number one, man.
True.
Fuck the drug war. You want to fucking get high? I don't care. Get high. As long
That
as you ain't
reminds me of
bothering
somebody
nobody.
that he was like, he was like, you're gonna send my neighbor to jail for, you know what I'm saying? The reason why he lived next door to me, lived next door to me ain't the same reason I live next door to him. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like he ain't do what I did to get here. He sold drugs to get, you know what I'm saying, get where he is. But he still, you know what I mean? But you move him, what he say, you move him out and you replace him with a serial killer, like with a rapist or something.
Right.
Like somebody who got them, you know, the papers,
right?
Child offenders, like
right, child offenders, and they gotta have the papers, right?
And you move him out and replace him and move somebody else in like that,
right? Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man. It's tough.
It is very tough.
But hey, you want to go? I'm gonna go ahead and go in the comic book corner, I guess.
Yeah, before we head into the hot mess.
I don't want to talk about that story.
Comic book corner.
Let's get it going, man. This week we got Miss Marvel. I thought that was really getting good this week. Each episode of Miss Marvel has added to the family drama of the center, while simultaneously incorporated mythology and real history into the overall plot. There is a risk that seeing red could feel overstuffed, considered with how much is going on. But I think the director, Charmin Chanoy, keeps the action grounded while also capturing the scale. Valani once again rises to the occasion, and it's powerful to watch three generations grapple with internal, external conflicts. Themes relating to the identity of the concept of home resonates, as does Kamala's overwhelmed and excited action to Karachi. The costume nod to the source material is welcome, as the cliffhanger ending that thrust the teenager back in time, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, that was dope.
I did think that you know, I like the direction of the show, man. You know, it's still kind of kiddie, you know what I mean? But I like what they're doing, me myself. I like this story better than her story in the comic books with the Inhumans. You know what I mean? To me, I connect better to this. I like the Pakistan and coming back on the history of her people and things like that. And that's to me, that's kind of interesting. So I like what they're doing. I like old girl as Miss Marvel, and they kind of explain how Kamala is really not a real Pakistani name. They kind of fucked up on that, so they had to throw that in there. So you know what I mean? I thought that was kind of cool too, to kind of get just a little bit of that culture, you know what I mean? And I think that
I think
that
when
was
they
dope.
did that, I think they were trying to throw shade because her mom had moved from Pakistan and had moved to the Americas, and she was like,
Right,
"Oh,
but
that's not a real Pakistani name."
they also wanted to throw that in there because a lot of people probably don't know that. And
Right.
just like just sometimes you have to let people know things that we just
Otherwise,
don't know.
we would have thought that was a
That was
normal.
normal, but they're like, that's not a normal Pakistani name. But that's for sure. Okay. But yeah, man, I love learning about the culture. And would you say that was filmed in
It was filmed in Thailand,
Thailand? They couldn't get
Bangkok,
the restrictions to be able to film out there.
in Pakistan.
Yeah, so that was, did it die? So yeah, it's been I thought it's been really, really good, man. And we also had the boys.
Thanks for
Oh my
watching.
goodness. My bad. We also had the boys.
Entertainment news.
And man, I thought that was it's getting good. You know what I mean? We got a couple cliffhangers. We got your boy, they may be facing death because of taking the compound V.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? The temporary V.
The temporary V.
Yeah, the temp V.
Mhm.
So the last episode of Here Comes a Candlelight to You to Bed is a satisfying episode for season 3 because not only were we ready for the boys to get nuclear next week, but so are the serious characters. A comic book about Butcher's battalion punching their way through problems has transformed into his contemplative, richly developed commentary about the families we chose and why. It's still appropriately angry and monstrous when you're using Vought International and Homeland as stand-ins for our ugliest governmental underbellies. Still, Butcher's crew stands for something more than curb stomping eradication. The Boys has matured past being that show with gnarly superhero gore. Now it's the unexpectedly thoughtful show with the gnarly superhero gore. Completely package of damning, satirical, firepower, bloody chaos, and a fulfilling story. I thought it was pretty good this week, man. And what they're doing with Noir, I think was pretty dope too.
Yeah, that scene was dope.
Kind of confused on a couple things because in that cartoon it
The
told
way
a
they're
different
explaining
story
it, yeah.
than what we saw earlier. But you know what I mean? It should be good. We'll see what happens for the rest of the week, man. But I'm excited to see what happens. This dude sucks. You all right?
Go to a commercial?
Yeah, go to a commercial, Jimmy.
Habari Entertainment Films present There's Only One Name for News with Damon and Iesha. Habari Live Podcast. Habari Entertainment, a race against time. On a quest for glory. Habari News Weekly, HabariEntertainment.com. Catch us for more. Visit us, HabariEntertainment.com.
We are back. I want to take a quick break. We were talking about the boys. I want to go into some sports real fast. Had a lot of big
Habari Sports.
Had a big week in the NBA this weekend with a lot of big news coming through. We got Durant at request to trade. Jokic agrees to Supermax deal, making him the richest player. This dude here.
Bandwagon fan.
We got Bradley Beal agrees to 5-year deal. Brunson goes to the Knicks at a 4-year deal. Lou Dort gets paid. He's an ASU alum. Gets paid by the Thunder. The Blazers keep Simon. The Sixers get Tucker and Daniel House. Monk to join the Kings. And the Knicks get O'Neal from the Jazz. The Jazz has just been throwing it all apart. They trade Rudy Gobert to the T-Wolves. And it look like they're pretty much just saying fuck it and just starting all over. They still have Mitchell. We'll see if they keep him by the end of this. My thoughts are I think they will, but we'll see what they do, man. A lot of people are really, really excited now. We may have a chance to get Kevin Durant to come to Arizona, to Phoenix. You know what I mean? That would be very exciting for the city.
Yeah,
You know what I
actually,
mean?
I like that.
Yeah, man. It would be big for the city, man. If we can, I mean,
Let's go,
Aiden,
son.
he acting like he don't want to be here. So, hey, if we can get a player of that caliber to replace him, you know what I'm saying? We're good. You know what I mean? We're okay with losing Aiden. We're gonna have to get up a lot, man. Because if they just gave up 4 first-round picks, I believe, to
Right.
get Gobert, so we're gonna have to give up about 6 or 7 to get
What?
Durant, first-round picks.
Wow.
So it's gonna be like 6 or 7 people that get traded or more. And with Rudy Gobert, it was those, I think, 5 picks, or 4 or 5, and first-round picks, and at least 5 players. So 10 people that will turn into they got traded for this one guy. Durant will be about
Wow.
the same amount. We're gonna lose about 5 players, and we're also gonna lose about 5 future players in the future that we could have picked up and could be superstars, but we won't be getting them to take this gamble.
As long as it's not a contract that lasts like 3 years.
Well, he's on a 4-year contract.
Oh,
So we're gonna have him for real. That's good because we feel as though you're not gonna just be losing all your players for
but
nothing.
we are losing a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, but you do get Kevin Durant. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
he's a
saying?
good shooter. Yeah, he's
He's-
a good player.
He's good at everything.
He's
Kevin Durant's
good.
Good at everything.
He's good, and
He's one of the best in the world
your
right now.
ticket
Yeah,
prices
true.
raise. You raise your ticket prices. The number of eyes are gonna be on the city is gonna
Mhm.
be maximized.
Oh yeah, we going to that parade.
Right. It's gonna be bigger than when I wasn't here when Charles Barkley was here. I was a little bitty kid, but I bet you when Barkley came here, that was fucking huge. You know what I mean?
Still lost, but you know.
Yeah, they lost,
But we got Kevin Durant
at
but-
that time. Could you imagine how excited people were? I would
But,
think
like,
the
look at
excitement
like
would be
Kevin
about
Durant and
this
Devin
this
Booker.
level. You know what I
Ooh.
mean?
The amount of people that's going to actually purchase tickets
Right.
to go to the games now, it's
It's
going
gonna be on. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, if I imagine the games that we played this season, and if we had him, definitely we would have made a big
it
score.
definitely been helped them, man, because
Yeah.
Aiden was not any help. He was not
Again,
any help.
I feel like we reached a point that we burnt out,
Mhm.
and there was nothing we could do.
Yeah, they had Chris Paul doing a little too much. You know, he's
Yeah.
37.
He actually needed help.
He definitely did. And he didn't have that good backup like he did because Cameron Payne wasn't playing as well as he was last season.
And something also happened to Booker. There are games he didn't just score.
Yeah, well, his hamstrings was fucking with him.
And Kylie Jenner broke up with him.
Yeah,
He was hurt.
Oh, come on.
You see what happened?
You had to bring
Blake
that
Griffin
in.
after that happened.
he said you had to bring that up.
You saw what happened to Blake Griffin. You saw what happened to who else she dated? Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Look at them
He
both.
can't hit a jumper
Injured.
no more.
Injured,
Then
hurt.
Chris Humphries dated the other Kardashian.
Yeah.
His whole career went to
Done.
trash.
Tristan Thompson.
Yeah.
Does
Good.
anybody know where he plays at?
No, I think
Right.
you can't date those girls, man. Your
They're all
career-
bad luck. They bad
your
luck.
career going to trash. It was another dude who was dating a Playboy model. He was a Eagles wide receiver. I said it then, man. You can't mess with girls like that, man. Because
Look at
they're all about themselves, and you're trying to be about your career and focus on what you do to do. And
You
they're
don't date a
uh,
reality
yeah,
star.
nah, man.
No, when you meet them, you don't see that. They just
you
change.
better see that.
Yes, you better see
you-
that.
you got-
Right.
You gotta have Spidey sense with that, bro.
Let me tell you, these people are trained professionals.
No,
These
man.
girls,
When
they
he got
come
with
in
this
and they take
girl-
your heart away.
When he got with that girl, he knew that was Kim Kardashian. She was already
Ah.
famous for doing sex tapes, so he already knew the deal.
You never know.
You know what I mean? They fall
You
for the
never
lump.
know.
They fall for the lump, man. You gotta be safe. I think she tripping in there.
Mhm.
But yeah. So what you want to go into now? I was gonna go in. I'll do it. I'll talk about some more sports until you get back. We
You
got
just want to talk about the McDonald's thing?
when she gets back.
Oh, that's her story.
Yeah.
We can just skip
run,
that.
run the video. Just run the video.
Is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. that means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids got to feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them. And they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give.
Hey, Jimmy. I heard you talking. What are you saying?
It's Jimmy's crazy.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
Where,
he is.
her other baby, she has other baby daddies, bro.
You can't. All right, so you got other baby daddies. You're gonna sit here and watch one kid eating, and you're gonna call the other baby daddies. Hey, that's
no, come on, Jimmy.
I don't care. Them ain't my kids.
He's dumb, and he comes
What's
from
wrong with this guy?
comes from a stepfather household where a stepfather stepped up and took care of his ass.
Well, look where I'm at now.
I agree with that.
Matter.
I actually agree with that lady 100%.
Me too. Nope. I agree 100%.
Let me tell you.
I'm a deadbeat daddy.
Well, you are dead. You a deadbeat. That's what that is.
There's no way you get into a relationship and this lady has 3 kids.
That's real.
You actually give her a 4th kid.
Right.
And when you're buying stuff, you only buy for the last one.
That's retarded.
If they're broken up, yeah.
No. It doesn't matter. On. You had a relationship with her.
I don't know, man.
There's nothing. That, let me tell you. Let me bring this up. But there's nothing. There's no difference between that and what people call racism. Like the way someone can come in and just talk to one person from one race and assume the rest because you're not from my race. That's the same thing. Only that it's now.
You ain't come out my nuts. I ain't give birth to you.
You don't do that.
Come on,
little Negro. I don't like you.
I hope you're joking.
I am.
But you can't. You can't do that because it's
I don't like the little kid.
It's just because I remember being left out. You know what I mean? And that's just tough. Nobody want to be left out, dog. And that's some of the worst feelings ever. As a little kid,
it is.
Nothing hurts more when you're little than that. And so to come in for a grown man to not know that, it's ridiculous.
That will change their lives. If they experience this over and over again, like every time you bring in sneakers and you give only your child, and they actually know that this is not my dad,
right?
And you're showing it. Now that will also mean the mom will start giving. Now what does the mom do? Because all the kids came from her.
Kids.
Right, that's real.
I actually agree with the lady, and she's actually speaking so maturely and trying to get the facts out there.
But it also came out that all this stuff might be fake. So.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, they say that she's a media influencer. She only has one kid. All this shit fake. That's the word online. So we don't know what's real, and just like I say all the time, you never know anything. So we just discussed the situation because I think the situation is something that should be talked about.
Like women be like, so. You ain't nothing. You don't do nothing for your kids, and
that is definitely a big conversation in the black.
But here's the thing,
hold on. Then when you go do something for your kids, I guess you do it. Okay, why are you doing it for your kid,
right?
Not the other dude's kid.
But see, I can see if he was buying some clothes, school clothes. In those situations where you like, all right, you don't have to go buy school clothes for all those kids because he is your responsibility. I understand that. But when it comes to something as cheap as a fucking McDonald's hamburger, motherfucker,
I don't know.
Is ridiculous. Now, if I'm gonna buy, I gotta
you said
spend
a car he was driving,
$200-300. I knew he was broke. I already know. You gotta be. We sitting there arguing over McDonald's. We broke. You know what I mean? I'm talking about Demi.
In the camera. Demi.
Hey. What? Oh yeah. Yeah, man. So it's definitely a crazy situation.
I got her on camera.
It's definitely a crazy situation. But I talking about it all week. I seen many a brother online saying I wouldn't bring those other kids nothing. I'm gonna sit there and watch my son eat good in front of those other kids. Yeah, man. You are a POS.
I am. Yep.
And anybody who said that is you. Hey, you are a POS, man. Because that's ridiculous.
I got some ice cream. You can't get none because your mama on welfare.
Oh,
Wanna
Eddie
lick?
Murphy.
Like,
Yeah, man.
he
So,
said, uh, he goes, wanna lick? Like,
you seen Eddie Murphy Delirious? That's what he's
No?
You gotta watch that, bro.
Yeah,
Classic.
stop.
And then he quit
he
it.
goes,
But yeah, man. So it's kind of crazy that this is a big conversation in our neighborhood, in our community right now. And there's so many people is like
me.
this is okay. You know what I mean? And
With kids.
it's crazy, bro. I mean, if you don't,
It's never okay.
that's not okay.
Yeah.
If you don't want to deal with the kids, don't mess with a girl. Bottom line,
Yeah.
just don't mess with a girl with kids. That's ridiculous. Go get you someone who don't have kids. Then you do your thing. But you know what I'm saying? You telling I ain't getting nothing from that. It's dumb. And it's really bad that there's so many people on the other side, and people were going in on her. I think she threw it
Oh,
away or
really?
something. Yeah, because she threw the bag of McDonald's
Yeah, she
away.
threw the food away.
That was
And,
that was unnecessary.
Yeah, that wasn't necessary.
But I saw.
So
I saw this
where was
video.
she exactly? Was she in McDonald's or in
No,
her
I
home?
think they were at her outside her house.
Yeah, he brought the food over. He had went to McDonald's, bought the food, and brought it to her, and
Right.
then she started acting out,
Right.
and
She took the food.
got
She was
mad.
like, "Okay, I'll give it to him. Put it on the ground."
But yeah,
Now I saw this video of where the dude ran over his son's PlayStation because he had gotten in trouble or something.
Mhm.
And I saw parents going in on him, you know what I'm saying, online because they were like, "Okay, that's unnecessary." You know what I mean? Because if you gotta, you just need to take it away and give them the type of motivation.
But dude, people need to shut you don't know what the hell going on in their household or how many times he didn't ask his son to do the right thing and how many
Right.
times he's asked him or told him or used this as a threat. And he's like, you know what? This is it. I've told you. I'm done.
And
I'm
now
running
you
this
gonna learn the
motherfucker over.
consequences.
It was just like a dude who had an Xbox and he ran it over in the on the lawnmower all his games. He put it on the lawnmower. And he just ran over all his games on the lawnmower and man tore his system up. Like, hey, you do what I tell you to do. Can't beat the kids. So you got to do something, man.
Not on
Right, because if you beat them,
camera.
they calling child
Now you
abuse.
going to jail. You know what I mean? So that's not good. So you got to do something nowadays, man. My mother used to just beat me, so that
My
don't
mama never went to jail. I'm kidding.
that don't work. Don't want, man. You ain't got nothing to do. Not to jail. You ain't got nothing. Anyway,
I had
you ready for the game, babe?
Let's do this.
Let's get it going. Let's see
If I
what
can
we've
keep
learned.
somebody's hands off the mic,
Let's
should already
see
be open.
Hey, yeah,
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
yeah.
Let's get ready to play trivia for loot. Sponsored by
Sponsored by no one.
Nobody.
Nobody at all.
Nobody.
If you do want to sponsor an episode or a segment, you can email us at info@Habari Entertainment. You can message us on Facebook.
Do that. Hit us up. And let's get ready for the first question.
First question is,
I know this one.
Michael Jordan scored this many points in his first NBA game.
Damn.
45 points.
I'm going to say 30. Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait,
That would be
is it? No, it.
Cheating.
you cheating. Jimmy.
16.
16 points.
Not a good
Let's
game,
get
Mike.
ready to play
Oh, my
trivia
goodness.
for loot.
I didn't mean to hit that.
Sponsored by
Nobody.
Next question.
Mm-hmm.
We all got that wrong. I was whack, Mike.
All right, Blank. I'm ready for my close up. Please finish the quote.
All right.
That sounds right, right?
I don't know.
All right, Rick. I'm ready for my closer.
No, that is not it.
I'm gonna put that on the T-shirt though.
Mr. Dumel.
Oh,
Jamil is correct.
What?
Even though you over there cheating.
I'm not cheating.
But I was gonna tell
He
you,
is cheating,
I don't have
man.
my
It's from that
phone.
damn cartoon.
it's from Baby Shark.
Yeah.
But it's actually
a real
it's a quote from a real movie.
Mr. DeVille. Is it DeVille?
It's D Meal.
Meal.
I don't have my
And
phone.
she always in the
The
show
Meal.
she calls, all right, Mr.
Yeah.
Gill.
The Gill. Yeah, she says the Gill.
So this is something that's known out there.
It's real.
Yeah, it's a real
I
movie.
think it's a real quote.
I think
from
it was
back in the day,
from
'cause they always
Sundance
say that.
Abundance or
I'm
something
ready. I'm ready for my close up. They always say that, but it's a play on.
I think my guess is better.
All right, next question. Diverted road to avoid disturbing communities of what?
House.
Penguin.
Oh, that's a good one.
House.
Penguins or seals.
Iceland.
Yeah.
Iceland
Polar
is all
bear.
green.
Polar bears.
Iceland's all green.
Come on, you're saying everything I wanted to say. I'll say still.
And you're all wrong.
Oh, ain't that
Ah,
good.
come on.
That would be elves.
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 I know such thing. No goddamn elves. They be killing me, man. Why they be doing stupid shit?
All you
we
see here
Trick
is
question.
So we stick tax money for some Santa Claus fake shit.
Yeah.
us.
I swear to God, dog. We can't feed the hungry.
The next
Look how
question
tall
is,
she is.
who invented the word vomit?
Mike Myers.
I believe that this word is Greek.
We have like choices to go by.
I think this comes from the Greek word which means vomit.
You actually sound so smart.
I know we are wrong.
Was it the
so.
French?
No, that would be William Shakespeare.
What?
He invented
He
the word.
invented the word vomit.
Holy shit! I
Wow.
guess, man.
What were people saying before?
What country invented ice?
Iceland?
Even Demi had to laugh at
Stupid.
that. uh, ice. No, what country invented ice cream?
Do you know, Mama? What
Damn.
country invented ice cream?
I'm gonna say the French.
Germany.
It's a country. I'm gonna go with the French.
Germany.
Greek?
Greek. We're all wrong, huh?
Wait.
That would be
Wait.
China.
I knew it.
What?
That was my next guess.
No
What?
way.
Dang it.
China.
They invent everything.
They do.
What?
They do invent everything, man.
This country has the
Wow,
most
that's a good
natural
one.
lakes.
I didn't know that. I'm going to use that somewhere.
That is crazy.
This country has the most natural lakes.
Well, you can't say Minnesota because it's a country. How many lakes does Minnesota have? Go back to school, bro.
I don't know.
I'll say Canada.
Canada?
America.
That might be a good guess. Hold on,
Because
let me
Canada
get-
is correct.
Is it? Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure like that might be a good guess, man. It's a lot of water in that motherfucker, man.
It's always cold, isn't it?
It's mostly water, yeah. A group of ravens is known. This is old. It's a murder.
Yay. Next question.
No,
Is
a
it-
group that was crows.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, kindness.
Cheating over there.
I'm
How
not.
is cheating?
Oh my, how am I cheating?
Unkindness. What?
Unkindness.
I went to school. I did cheat.
Wait.
I know you
How
cheated,
is that
man.
right?
I did.
I
cheat.
don't know, bro.
No, he was like, I
A
thought he had it
flock
right.
of ravens.
I saw unkindness.
That is weird.
I think Nico might.
Next question is the name of which African
Oh,
animal
I thought you
means
know this, Nico.
river horse.
Zebra. Zebra.
Hippo?
Hippo? I'm going
He's
with this.
right. The hippopotamus.
Ain't that a bit?
I knew you was gonna know that. I ain't saying this because your accent or anything, or you from there or anything.
Yeah.
Damn. And those are
We
the
know our stuff.
most dangerous animal in the world. Kills the most people, dog. Hippos.
Yeah.
They kill more people than lions. They
I
kill
just
more
bears
people
on mine.
than this. Hippo. Ain't no joke, dog.
Because most times when you go into the river or the lake, you are coming in between it and its offspring. Once you do that, you're dead.
You're dead. They don't play, dude.
They don't.
They will fuck you.
All right. This tissue connects the muscle to the bone.
Gristle?
Cartilage.
Gristle.
And you're both wrong. That would be tendon.
Tendon.
Ah.
Whatever. I am not a doctor. Oh.
Sinophobia is known as what?
The fear of signing autographs.
What? Sinophobia
Sign?
is known as what?
The fear of signs on different restaurants. Sinophobia.
Fear of something. I'm 50% right.
Dog?
Fear of stank breath.
Fear of dogs.
What the?
I just said that.
Jimmy, you over there cheating,
No,
so
I'm
ain't
not.
none of your question, ain't none of your
stop
nothing.
cheating, man.
I'm really
Thank
not
you
that.
for
I didn't.
playing, whatever.
I didn't cheat that
I
time.
think I
did
won
cheat.
this
I
one.
didn't cheat that time. I'm afraid of dogs.
You did not know that shit.
I'm afraid of dogs myself.
He is this dude here, man.
Come
If
on.
there was a hell
Did
below,
I get any clap for
he's gone.
winning this?
You got 2 right.
Yeah. Yay. Thank you very much.
Nico with the win. I think I only got 1 right. Everybody,
Anyway,
you hear
thanks for coming in.
that's Demi talking.
She got a lot to say today, y'all.
Yeah, everything.
Demi, you're on the camera.
Say hi. Oh, hold on. I grabbed the mic to say something. Oh, okay. Oh, absolutely nothing. So we're gonna go ahead and get this going for the week. Thanks everybody for watching. It's been Habari Live. Thanks Nico, Jimmy, Aisha for being here. We'll catch up next week. Do we have a guest coming in next week?
Next week we do.
You know the name?
Randy Watson.
Randy Watson will be here.
Randy Watson.
Who is
I don't know
Randy?
where you got Randy from.
Who's Randy Watson? That's like
I heard Randy.
Randy Watson. Isn't that the dude who was sexual chocolate on coming back to America? No. I think so. You know what I'm talking about, sexual chocolate, right?
No, he don't.
You never seen Coming to America?
I have.
But he don't. He it's not classic like that for
I
him.
just don't remember it.
You only seen Coming to America once.
I know, like, I remember.
He could quote Eddie Murphy Delirious.
How many times do you watch movies?
I remember
Well,
seeing,
those type movies you've seen a billion times because you know what I mean. It's just one of those movies.
I remember seeing
okay.
with Samuel Jackson one in the
McDonald's. Yeah, no, McDonald's now.
Once going to
Mm-hmm. I mean, that movie is definitely. I just watched it the other day, man. It was kind of dope to watch it again. I haven't seen it in years. So it was
I
pretty
haven't seen
funny.
it in a long time.
But watching it again, made me realize how bad the second one was. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, that second one was
Oh
horrible.
my God.
Let's get ready to play trivia for loot.
Wrong, buddy.
Sponsored by.
I'm messing up over here.
All right, man. So we'll check you guys out. Peace. Thanks for hanging with us.
Holla, holla.
Thanks for watching another episode of
Bye,
Habari
bye.
Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and